Okay.
Hey there, YouTube Twofinger with a warning for DIY people out there. I bought these lithium-ion battery holders, 18650 style battery holders, and let me turn another light on here, get a little bit more light. So yeah, I hadn't used them. This is going back, I've had these for a year or so. And today I popped some batteries into them, and all of a sudden the battery, 30 seconds later I picked the unit up again and the batteries were both hot. So I was like, whoa, and I grabbed my tool and pried the batteries out, and it looked like maybe that the leads were touching. So I grabbed another one and put a different set of batteries in these, and about 30 seconds after that, smoke started shooting out and I saw a red glow. So I immediately ripped those batteries out, and when I looked in here, and it's showing you to hook up the battery with a negative here and a positive here, and then a negative here and a positive there. And when testing the unit, this one's been cut. I went through and cut the rail out. What I found was, if you hook up, if you install the batteries how it shows you, it's hard shorted on both sides. So if you put batteries like that in there, they're going to be you just made a bomb. And in about a minute, or however long these batteries take before they will critical fail and become an explosive device and cause an incredibly serious injury. You know, people get hurt real bad when these blow up. So how they make these is, this is a style that comes, as you can see, there's a plus here with a negative right next to it. And they're inverted, plus and a minus, and then a plus and a minus in the same thing. So it's showing you that you install the one battery this way and the other battery can go either way, series or parallel. And then it's up to you to wire this up how you want, to connect one here and have the plus and minus coming out, or put a wire in between here and there and the wires coming out there, however you're going to do it. How these come stock wired is the ground wire runs to the bottom where the two springs are, and the plus wire runs off the top too. So the error is in how they drew the images for this. This is a parallel battery connection. Like, if you want to focus on me, if we have an old flashlight, how you would drop a battery in and then drop another battery in facing the same way. That's series, because the plus of the one battery is making a connection with the minus of the other battery. And that's typically how I run my batteries. I don't do parallel batteries ever. I just don't do that wiring. And most DIY guys are doing the same thing. Okay. So the image on this 79-cent or dollar, it's a cheapo, is showing me a single option, and that is a series battery installation. If you install this as series, it will explode. So you're supposed to cut this, there's a wire at the top going in between these two. If you cut that out, and it's difficult to do. You can see in here, this is where the one burned. I cut that one out, but it burned really deeply in there. And this, let's see, how would this work here? If I did put them in parallel, we would have, this is a negative here. Yeah, this is a negative here. So these won't even work. If you cut that wire out, because the ground lead is going to the back post. So these are series, these are parallel only unless you modify it. Unless you take this ground wire that's installed here, this black wire is not going to give you anything. It's going to give you the voltage and amperage of one battery, even though the second one is installed, if you cut that clip out. So you need to move that wire up to this position, which any smart guy would know. Now, your experienced electronics DIY guy would know that. Now, I know this is going to seem like a real corny thing. I'm like, warning, don't be as dumb as me, because I was irresponsible. I was in a hurry. I assumed that it was wired up for series because I looked at it and it showed me the pictures of where to put the batteries. This other one gives you an option. So what I would say is, if you're going to be buying these, avoid the ones with the spring terminals in them. This hardware in here is junk. These rivets are not put in really well, and it's like thin plastic. These are the same price, and you wire them up yourself. It's a little bit more work, but more higher quality unit. Also, these have one fastener slot in the middle. This has fastener slots on both sides. So I mean, it would be up to you. There's also little holes for if you wanted to zip tie the batteries in. So this, to me, this is the way to go, and I'm going to make sure I don't ever buy these again. Is it worth me contacting this company and making a stink out of it? No, it's not. They're I don't mean to sound racist, but they're Asian businessmen, and Asian businessmen are nasty people, and they do not give a flying F about who is buying their product or why we ignorant Americans would be installing the batteries improperly. I mean, this is a mistake. You can say whatever you want about me popping it in there and having it get hot, like I'm the dummy. It's printed in here to install the batteries exactly how I installed them. Okay, so if you buy these and properly put the batteries in, it's going to get so hot that the battery goes into critical failure, and it explodes. So, yeah, me waffling on whether or not I'm an idiot. Either way, I mean, as DIY people, we have a responsibility because we are playing with little bombs. We're playing with, whether you're, plugging stuff into the wall and using a wall wart and gambling with mains voltage or batteries, we have a responsibility to be safety. In this case, I saw something, well, I know there's no way anybody that's going to have the same problem would find this video first, and it could save them some grief. But hopefully it does. Hopefully somebody out here that's subscribed to my channel that works with this kind of stuff, you can keep that in your head, or maybe you might even have ordered some of these and you have them waiting to use, and you could go into your junk box and take a look. So if that's the case, please let me know that you had these, and take a look at your meter, put it on cont mode, and apply to both sides of the units and see what you get, see what's printed on it. Because this really blew my mind, and it angered me today. This is a good half hour of my time wasted. Peace, and be careful out there, guys.